Russia thinks West will get over Ukraine war, calls response hysteria.
Here's a summary of the article.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov thinks that the United States and its Western European allies will simply get over his country's invasion of Ukraine, calling the unified international response hysteria. The Russian military launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine last Thursday after weeks of alarms sounded by American and European leaders that an assault was imminent. In a more ominous message, the Russian official addressed the possibility of nuclear war. It's clear to everyone that World War III can only be a nuclear one. However, I would like to point out that thoughts of a nuclear war are circling in the heads of Western politicians but not in the heads of Russians, Lavrov said. Notably, while Putin ordered Russian forces to increase their nuclear readiness, the US has not made any changes to its nuclear posture. Even some Russian billionaires, lawmakers and other high-profile citizens have publicly called for an end to the war. The Ukrainians are fighting bravely and creatively, Kirby said, noting that Putin's military has made some missteps in the war thus far.
This post received a score of 92,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Didn't he say it was hysteria to think he was going to invade in the first place?
That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, it's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it.
At this point it's like he is trying to fill out his abusive partner bingo card.
The way he's treating Russia too is abusive partner 101. Rope them in by being charming, then slowly alienate from all their friends by being a dickhead, then leave them feeling like everyone hates them while he loves them, so better submit to the status quo because there's no alternative. Vile.
Another applicable one I just added to an above comment. Narcissists interpret forgiveness as permission. Responding gently sends them the wrong message.
That explains a lot in my personal life.
Yeah, that's how I learned it, kinda. Hang in there, and master the art of boundaries.
He classified the United States warnings about the invasion as hysteria, too. Putin seems to be of the mark lately with that.
It's on his word of the day calendar.
New Wordle order.
Lol, you son of a bitch.
I must read your comment as, love you son of a bitch, and that also felt like an appropriate response, ha ha ha.
Greater than, in fact, they should remember our history, we have never made agreements under pressure. The Brest-Litovsk Treaty wants to know your location.
And the 1856 Treaty of Paris. And the 1905 Treaty of Portsmouth. And the 1920 Polish-Soviet Armistice.
And the Finnish-Russian War. Russia wanted to get TF out of that.
Let's take over all of Finland. Okay, that failed miserably, let's just leave with the little portion we did take. We won.
160,000 dead Soviets, 500 of which were from just one sniper, 200,000 injured Soviets, basically 1/3 of total forces killed or injured. They walked away with 35,000 square km, so about 4 deaths and 5 injuries per square km captured. Edit. Sorry. Added a few zeros by accident there. Fixed.
Seems like the biggest weapon in the Russian arsenal is their willingness to send people to die.
It really is, and it can't be underestimated.
They lost 1 million people last year and have been steadily losing people for 30 years. This will not work unless you have a population making more cannon fodder.
Greater than Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov thinks that the United States and its Western European allies will simply get over his country's invasion of Ukraine. Dude.
Had he done it in 3 days with less bombing, shelling and artillery on civilians, I think they would have. The West aren't exactly lining up for the last 8 years over Crimea, and they didn't exactly stand up when the 2 separatist regions seeking to be recognized were flipped in a day. It took a few more days of investment, losses and war crimes, protests in many countries, and to be honest, what I think is incredible PR and soon on Ukraine's part, both leadership and people's, with so many public videos going viral. I think if he was patient and took only the 2 regions and not pushed for the whole of Ukraine, nothing would be happening right now regards sanctions or supports.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.